Osio everybody! So I'm glad that you stopped by the channel today. It is such a beautiful day today, and for the next 4 or 5 days we're going to have 80 and 90 degree weather here in central Kansas. So all of my plants are going to germinate, I just know it. And today though, we are going to be making some meatballs, and they're delicious. Well, I've never made them before, but the recipe sounded so delicious that it has to be good. I found it on Gina's YouTube channel. It's called Buon-A-Petitti, and she's from Italy. Now she lives over here in America, and I just love how she says, "I'm a Gina," and I just love her. She has some awesome recipes that I've tried several of them, and they've just been very good. She was telling about the meatballs and the spaghetti, and how over in Italy they eat the spaghetti and the sauce first, and then they go and eat the meatballs. And then she was telling that some of her American grandchildren, they like to eat the meatballs with the spaghetti. So she says she just sets it all on the table, and they can all just help themselves and eat it however they'd like to, or they can eat it the way that they're supposed to. Which is eat the spaghetti and the sauce first, and then eat the meatballs. She's really awesome, you guys. You need to go check her out. I just love her. Let's go make her meatballs. Okay, so I have a little over 2 pounds of hamburger, and it's best if you use 1 egg per pound of hamburger. So I'm going to go ahead and add 2 eggs in here. Be sure and wash your hands real good, because you'll be getting your hands all in this. Okay, pepper to taste. About a half a teaspoon is what she recommends. And we like the spicy, so I'm going to add some of that. We add a lot of spice. We like the spicy. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Okay. Breadcrumbs, half a cup. Parmesan, a half a cup. Or some sheep cheese. Can't remember what they call it. But we're gonna use Parmesan, because that's what I have. It also calls for parsley, but I don't happen to have any parsley. I'm going to be using some Italian seasoning. It says half a cup of parsley, so we'll be pretty generous with the Italian seasoning. Okay, so we're just going to be digging into this. Get it all incorporated, everything Now we're going to just cover it with saran wrap or a little bit of, just put something over the top. it in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes. Alright, it's been 30 minutes. So it's got me a big serving spoon. And you just make meatballs. Want to make sure they're together pretty good. Okay, so the next step you want to do is put you some olive oil in a pan. Put in a clove of garlic and a small onion. It's just for taste. There's the garlic. Let your pan heat up and you're like flavoring the oil, I guess is the purpose behind that. Okay, so now that that's getting brown, just leave it in there while we fry up the meatballs. Then over here in my red pot, I'm going to be adding a jar of spaghetti sauce, which I didn't make, but because I don't know how. But one day I'll be able to make my own spaghetti sauce. You want to put some water in the jar and get out all the goodness. Put 1 pint of my stewed tomatoes in there and peppers. So let these cook on each side for a couple of minutes, because then we're going to put this in the pot and we're going to let it cook for 45 minutes to an hour. I personally have never fried my meatballs before. I've just always stuck them in the oven, so this is something totally new to me as well. Boy, I sure am trying a lot of new stuff this past year. It's pretty exciting, you guys. It's just a way to go out and enjoy life. Okay, set the timer for 5 minutes. I'm going to turn them over. Let me find something else to turn them over. Okay, I'm going to set the timer for about 4 minutes. I've turned the sauce on, and in about less than a minute, my meatballs will be going into the sauce, and they're going to stay in the sauce for about an hour on low heat. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just turning them up on their side. I'm going to leave them up on their side for just a couple of minutes to help hold them together, but they act like they're going to stay together pretty good. And the shrinkage will depend on the type of hamburger that you decide to use. Okay, so now it's time to get them in the pot. got them all in there. Put the lid on. We'll see what it looks like in an hour. It's been an hour undisturbed. And it filled the house with a great, great smell. Oh, I can't wait to dig in. That's a good looking plate of meatballs. And we are going to have it with spaghetti tonight and some garlic toast. I'm glad you guys joined me in the kitchen today for the recipe, and I hope that you try it because, wow, it smells so good. And I can't wait to dig into it. We'll see you on another video. What'o? Go out and enjoy life.